grandfather spent his whole working life at John Lysaght'S Silverthorne Lane Works. He left school in 1897, aged 14, and started work as a galvanizer in Dipper. It was hard, dangerous work and probably contributed to his early death in 1943. In this video, I retrace his daily walk to work from Barton and look at the work and its surroundings. Right, here I am in Queen Anne Road, and if I just span round, we've got the tunnel that goes under the railway, and my granddad would have come this way every day on his way to work at John Lysaght'S. Then we're just going to walk along, and we're just going to walk through the tunnel. And just as we come out on the other side, right in front of us, you could see where Butler's works were. If we look to our left, we can see the lane which goes along and then crosses over the feeder, and that was the shortcut to get to St Philip's Marsh without having to walk all the way to Avon Street or back up to Marsh Lane. Just look back behind us, we can see the tunnel we came through just now, and on the right hand side, I remember back in the 60s and 70s used to be a great big scrapyard. Right, now we've walked on a little bit further, and here we get to the gates where the workers would have gone into the Silverthorne Lane Works. My granddad would have done this every day, and if we come up close we can see the initials RL on the gates, which was Ream Lysaght'S, I think. And it says gate number 3. If we look up above us here, we can see the original building that Lysaght'S acquired back in, I think it was about 1869. And then if we walk further on, we go right to the corner, and that's where the offices were. If we look at the building, we can see it got gutted inside by that disastrous fire they had when it was being used by Aardman Animation. But if we look up above us now, we can see the turret on top of the office building. It was fine office buildings that Lysaght'S had here at Silverthorne Lane. Go round as we go along. There's the front. There we can see the front. And get back here, we can look up and see the detail on the front of this building. And then if we just pan across the road, we can see what was Lysaght'S Institute. And this was where the workers could go, do recreational things, also a learning centre, and Lysaght'S were very big on this kind of thing. We look round behind us, we can see the road, Kingston Road, continuing on, and then it goes under the Great Western Railway. And just on our right hand side is the entranceway into Kingston Road Railway Depot. See what a truly impressive building the offices were, and it just shows you how big and prestige a company such as Lysaght'S were. I'm stood on the bridge looking along the feeder canal, and immediately on our right would have been where Butler's were. They would have all used barge traffic. Barges would have been pulled up here, taking the tar that was collected from the gasworks down to Cruise Hall, where it would have been refined. And then if we go just past where Butler's were, we can see the red brick frontage of John Lysaght'S Silverthorne Lane Works. Right, well, you can see here the start of the Silverthorne Lane Works on the feeder canal site, and you can see the stonework at the bottom from the original feeder wall and buildings, and then you've got the red brick. I think most of that was to repair bomb damage after the Second World War, and you can see one of the openings there in the wall, and that was where they would have loaded barges which have been tied up all along here. We can see a lovely piece here of the original stone walls, and then the red brick around it, and also new roofs that have been added over the years. Right, well, we're really lucky today because we've got a boat, the Flower of Bristol, coming back, and it sort of puts us back in time what boat traffic was like. You know, this is quite a big boat. Here it goes. I don't know where it's going. It's full of people. It's the Flower of Bristol. Right, mate. And it belongs to the Bristol packet. Beautiful. Right, well, here we got the little dock area, and there would have been room probably to get a couple of barges in here. They may have been bringing metal over from Lysaght'S big works in Newport. Right, we're looking towards the bridge in Avon Street, and then you go into the what was called Totterdown Basin to connect up in the floating harbour, and the building you can see just in the middle background is the old coat works. And as we pan round this way, there used to be a pub there right by the bridge, and then you can see here what recently was feeder commercials. That's been various things over the years. Various transport companies have been there, including James Express Carriers, and before that, I'm not sure, it may have been part of Lysaght'S. And then we pan round again, and we're looking down the feeder, and we can see the whole suite of Lysaght'S premises. And of course, on our right, where we've been walking, is the old towpath. In the days of horse-drawn barges, the horses would have been walking along here. There would have been no trees. It would have been quite barren, just a trackway. Hope you all enjoyed this video. The area is about to undertake a major redevelopment. Hopefully not everything will be swept away. So thank you very much for watching.